This video tutorial is on eHomework 2.1 number 14 from Math 95, solving equations. So we have this equation, 7x plus 17 equals 6x minus 4. We need to isolate the variable, we need to solve for x, and we have things going on both sides. We have variable terms and constants, so let's streamline it. And I'm going to start by just getting my constants, just the plain numbers, to the right hand side. So to do that, I'm going to subtract 17 from both sides, or add the opposite, which is adding negative 17. But you can just write it as minus 17. So because I'm on opposite sides of the equal sign, I want to do the opposite operation there, so that this will zero out. So I'm just left with the 7x on the left hand side. That's my goal, just to get a variable term by itself. Then I bring down my equals, bring down my 6x. I'll deal with that next. And then I have minus 4 plus negative 17, or just so you could say minus 4 minus 17, or negative 4, because this is really like, just so you see it clearly, this is, any subtract is like adding a negative. So we have negative 4 plus negative 17. Then we would keep our negative sign and just add our number parts, the absolute value there. So that would be 21. So it's going to be negative 21. So just to clarify, again, you can just leave it all as subtract and just have a minus 21 there, or you can use the tool to make it be adding the opposite. Any subtract that can be done for. So sometimes that throws people off on these and you're losing your negatives in places. So that's one of the goals in this video, is to really make that clear and to show you that process. If you don't like that process and you just are fine with doing it the other way, go for it. So now we have 7x equals 6x plus negative 21. We want to subtract 6x from both sides. So that, or I could say adding a negative 6x. And that will get this variable term off the right hand side. So then I only am left with negative 21. And one reason why I did show you this process of the how I wrote that is, you'll see in a minute. So I have 7x minus 6x, and that leaves me with x. And then I am carrying down the negative 21. So because of the way I wrote it here, adding negative 21, I don't forget to bring that negative with it. Okay, so that's really important. So your answer is x equals negative 21. You can verify that by checking back in. You don't always have to do that, but I'm going to just show you what I mean by verify. I would go back to my original, which would be 7 times x, but instead of x, I'm going to put parentheses there. Plus 17 equals 6. Instead of x, I'm putting the parentheses, and then my original was subtract 4. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in to the parentheses my answer, which was negative 21. And then I'm going to see, do those sides balance? And when I do that, I want to work the left hand side and work the right hand side, and then see if they match up. Okay, so this is how you find if a solution is true. You've done that in the beginning of section 2.1 a little bit. I don't always have you do that for quizzes or homework, but if I do ask for that on a quiz, make sure that you do the entire problem. I'll separate that out, and that'll be graded on its own as a problem, but it'll state it clearly. You don't have to do that for every problem. So I have 7 times negative 21. So I just have to calculate what that will be. You can just do kind of long multiplication, or you can just use a calculator for that one. So it would be 147, but it's negative. And then we carry down the plus 17. Does that equal? And then I have 21 times 6 is 126, but again, it's negative because I just have one negative. Negative 126, and then carry down the subtract 4. And so I have negative 147 plus 17. On the left-hand side, it's going to give me negative 130. And then this one we don't can just eyeball, but we'll write it out anyway. Negative 126 minus 4 would be negative 130. So then you say check, yes, it works. So I hope that helps. Have a great day.